welcome to the Bare Metal Cyber CISSP Prepcast. This series helps you prepare for the ISC Squared CISSP exam with focused explanations and practical context. In this episode, we'll explore the secure use of cloud storage and shared resources, two fundamental components of modern cybersecurity. As organizations continue to embrace cloud computing and collaborative platforms, understanding how to protect sensitive information in shared environments is critical for maintaining data integrity, privacy, and regulatory compliance. Cloud platforms and shared resources offer tremendous operational benefits, such as scalability, flexibility, and cost savings, but they also introduce complex risks, from accidental data exposure to unauthorized access by other tenants. Misconfigured platforms and insecure access controls can lead to serious security breaches. As a future certified information systems security professional, your role will include evaluating, implementing, and continuously improving cloud and shared resource security across the organization. Let's begin with a closer look at cloud storage security. Cloud storage is the practice of saving digital data on remote servers, typically managed by a third-party provider. These providers offer scalable infrastructure and services accessible over the internet, allowing organizations to expand storage without investing heavily in physical hardware. While cloud services bring efficiency and agility, they also shift the traditional boundaries of security. Organizations no longer have physical control over their storage infrastructure. Instead, security becomes a shared responsibility. The cloud provider is responsible for securing the underlying infrastructure, such as servers, networking hardware, and physical data centers. The customer is responsible for managing access controls, securing data, and configuring services properly. Understanding this shared responsibility model is essential. Misunderstandings about who secures what can lead to coverage gaps. For instance, assuming the provider encrypts all customer data by default, or expecting the provider to manage user permissions, can result in improperly protected systems. Proper cloud storage security begins with clearly defined roles, responsibilities, and governance. The organization must define who manages data classification, who sets access permissions, who configures cloud resources, and who monitors activity. These roles must be backed by policies, procedures, and enforcement mechanisms that apply consistently across all cloud environments. Effective cloud security ensures that data remains confidential, that its integrity is maintained, and that it is available to those who need it, when they need it, without undue risk. Now let us shift to shared resources. Shared resources refer to platforms and services that multiple users or departments access simultaneously, often with varying privileges. This includes cloud collaboration tools like document sharing platforms, calendars, messaging systems, virtual desktops, and software-as-a-service applications used by many teams at once. In cloud computing, shared resources also refer to multi-tenant environments. These are services where multiple customers use the same underlying infrastructure, with logical separation enforced by the provider. These environments pose unique risks. Common threats include accidental data exposure due to improper sharing settings, unauthorized access resulting from overly broad permissions, and insider threats from employees or partners with more access than necessary. In a multi-tenant scenario, data isolation failures or misconfigured virtualization can lead to cross-tenant data leakage. Mismanagement of shared resources often stems from insufficient user training, poor access control policies, or a lack of oversight. Organizations must carefully design and monitor how shared resources are provisioned, used, and audited. This includes defining who can share data, who can create or manage access groups, and how long shared items should remain accessible. When these controls are weak or unclear, it becomes easy for users to unintentionally expose confidential data or for malicious actors to exploit shared services as entry points into the broader system. Now let's move into the practices that support secure cloud storage. The first and most important control is encryption. Data should be encrypted both at rest and in transit. For data at rest, this means encrypting files stored on cloud platforms using strong algorithms, such as advanced encryption standard, with 256-bit keys. For data in transit, it means using secure transmission protocols like HTTPS or virtual private networks to protect information as it moves between users and cloud environments. Access control is the second foundational element. Organizations should implement identity and access management solutions that support strong authentication and fine-grained access policies. Multi-factor authentication should be enabled for all administrative accounts and users with access to sensitive data. Role-based access control ensures that users only have access to the specific data and resources required for their job roles. Data governance is the third pillar. Organizations must establish clear policies around how data is stored, classified, accessed, and retained in cloud environments. These policies should include rules for data localization, regulatory compliance, and retention periods based on legal or operational requirements. Regular audits help verify that cloud configurations align with policy and that no misconfigurations have introduced unnecessary exposure. Many security breaches in the cloud are caused not by sophisticated attacks, but by simple configuration errors, such as open storage buckets or publicly accessible databases. Finally, cloud-specific incident response plans are essential. These plans should include procedures for detecting cloud service misuse, responding to compromised credentials, and reporting cloud-based breaches. Cloud providers may offer monitoring and alerting tools that can be integrated into your organization's broader response strategies. For more cyber content and books, please visit cyberauthor.me. You'll find bestseller books, training tools, and resources tailored specifically for cybersecurity professionals. Also, explore more podcast episodes and study guides at baremetalcyber.com. Let us now turn to security controls for shared resources. Identity and access management plays a central role here as well. Every shared platform must be governed by centralized identity controls. This ensures that only authorized users can access shared documents, communication channels, or collaboration tools. Role-based access control limits what each user can see or do. For example, a junior analyst may be allowed to view files but not edit or share them. A project lead may have broader access but still not administrative privileges. By matching access rights to actual job functions, organizations reduce their exposure and protect sensitive data. Monitoring is also essential. Logs should be collected to track who accesses what, when, and from where. Continuous monitoring tools can flag anomalies, such as large file downloads, access from unfamiliar IP addresses, or activity outside of regular working hours. These indicators may signal compromised credentials or insider misuse. Vulnerability assessments and penetration testing help uncover weaknesses in cloud applications or shared platforms. These tests should be conducted periodically and whenever new services are deployed. Findings should be tracked and remediated promptly, with high-severity issues prioritized. Secure configurations are critical. Many platforms ship with default settings that are not secure. Cloud and shared services should be hardened immediately upon deployment. This includes disabling unused features, enforcing strong password policies, limiting public sharing capabilities, and applying security patches regularly. Now let's explore continuous improvement strategies for cloud and shared resource security. The first step is regularly updating policies. As new threats emerge and cloud technologies evolve, organizations must revisit their security documentation. Policies should reflect the latest best practices for cloud access, data encryption, identity management, and resource sharing. Incident analyses also offer valuable insights. After a security event, teams should review what controls worked, what failed, and what could be improved. Lessons learned from real-world events should be integrated into training, policy, and configuration baselines. Compliance reviews are another key driver. Regulatory frameworks may update their guidance for cloud services requiring new practices around consent, breach notification, or encryption. Regular assessments ensure the organization remains aligned with legal requirements. Cross-functional collaboration is essential. Security teams alone cannot manage cloud risks. IT must configure and maintain systems, legal must interpret contract clauses and regulatory requirements, Compliance must audit for adherence. Business units must follow secure practices when using cloud services. Bringing these groups together builds a shared understanding and stronger overall posture. Training is a cornerstone of continuous improvement. Users must be educated on the risks of public sharing, proper usage of cloud collaboration tools, and how to detect suspicious behavior. Administrators must understand how to configure platforms securely and respond to alerts. Finally, proactive strategies must be embraced. This means integrating cloud security posture management tools, implementing automated remediation for common misconfigurations, and testing resilience through red teaming or tabletop exercises. Adaptive approaches ensure that cloud security keeps pace with your organization's needs. Thank you for tuning into the CISSP Prepcast by Bare Metal Cyber. Visit baremetalcyber.com for additional episodes, comprehensive CISSP study materials, and personalized certification support. Enhance your understanding of secure cloud storage and shared resources, and will consistently support your journey towards CISSP certification success.